Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Dell. Welcome if you are new and welcome if you're returning back. We're going to get into some channel messages today as well as a tarot reading. I'm working with the Spiritsong tarot deck today. It's still overcast. I don't know why I felt the need to let you know that, but it's been overcast for quite a few days now, and it's just there seems to be this present reminder coming through that even though it's overcast, the sun is still there. It's still behind the clouds, even though we can't see it or feel its warmth right now. So if you're going through a particularly tough time or dealing with some struggles, it's just a reminder. Spirit is bringing a friendly reminder that the sun is still there. So you will experience the warmth, and it's not permanent, it's temporary. So you'll get through it, and you'll keep going on, and it'll be okay. So whoever needed to hear that, I'm letting you know that. Spirit's letting you know that. Just a few things about me. All information is in the description box. How to book a personal reading. It's only done through my website. I've shortened the URL so it's easier to get to. It's dellegoddess.com, so you can check it out there. As well as any resources that come through the channel and books or things that Spirit mentions or brings through that might be helpful for you. You can also find that there. And then any songs that come through the readings, I just throw on a Spotify playlist, and it's grown quite eclectic, and it's a fun playlist. It's a good one to listen to, but it's also cool just to hit shuffle and pull like a message from Spirit for you that way if you feel called to do that. Just through a message through a song, so it's there for you to tap into as well. But yeah, we'll get into some channeled messages. We getting hi. Would you like to say hello? It's your first time, I think, on the channel, on screen. So usually he doesn't hop up, so he's here with us today. The message that I believe was coming through was about taking extra time to ground your energy. How this was coming through, because I tried to record this and it wasn't recording, so then it was a sense of nervousness, like nervous about maybe potentially seeing someone again for the first time in a while, or nerves around just like starting something or putting yourself out there is really the main thing. Like putting yourself out there and wanting to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the main message that's coming in. So if you feel like you're getting interrupted, or if you feel like there's a lot going on and you want everything just to be completely perfect and still and going right the first time, this could be that you've had a couple of false starts or something like that, or like you've already started with your significant other or something like that, and now you're getting it right. I'm hearing now let's get off onto the right foot. Don't worry about if it's not perfect, or it doesn't look perfect, or you didn't have the perfect beginning, or it took you a couple extra tries to get your energy in alignment, or to get the circumstances right, or something like that. The main message is life isn't perfect, and when we try to fool ourselves or think or lead us to believe, the ego does this, that everything has to be a certain way and we are in control of how to make everything become or feel or be a certain way or look a certain way. It just doesn't. It's just allowing the ego to control, and really love wants to take over the situation, because when love takes over, it's just everything flows, and it doesn't matter if the sun was out today. It doesn't matter if there's clouds on your wedding day, just heard, or rain or something like that. It's just love blankets all, and love is the connecting energy between us all. So I feel like it's just once you see this person again, I think you already know this, that's why the meetup is able to happen. So I know this isn't going to resonate for everyone, so please just use your discernment with this message, but it just feels like you're being called back into this this relationship. And if it's not a relationship, it feels like an environment where it's maybe you used to work there, but you left and now it's under different management, so we're trying it again. It's just whatever it is, in your heart, this is the right thing to do. And it's not a compulsion. It's not a like a karmic push. It's not anything like that. It's you're being led by your intuition, your gut feeling, your higher self is leading this. So I just feel like there's some nervousness about it, like and it comes through in this gentle vulnerability where it's like, I'm a little afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway, you know, and it's within a matter of minutes, even seconds, I'm feeling this like resolve into this energy, because you can feel this current of, I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I can feel it. Okay. I can't explain this emotion. It makes me want to cry. I have no idea what's going on. But it's just, it's given me the energy of like, it's so beautiful, just this pure acceptance, this admission of love, you know, to be there where you're, and the admission of love is that it's like you're admitting to yourself how much you love you by supporting yourself with an action, by just showing up, by being yourself. So just keep wanting to take a breath, because I can feel like the body really wants to expand into this and lean into this. I'm hearing just to provide an affirmation, a sound affirmation. So even just saying something like Om, 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 O-M could be helpful, as well as Yam, Y-A-M, and I forget which chakra that correlates with. If you want to look it up, that's saying like Yum, Yum, like is helpful. There's something just like it'll help with this wanting to expand feeling. So that's coming through. Again, I don't know that this is gonna resonate with everyone, so please just you'll know if these messages are for you for today. I'm getting someone's doing a lot of clearing in your sleep, whether you're aware of this or not. That's coming through too. So if you've been trying to work on something, or it feels like you're not working on something but you feel different, it's because it's occurring, it's happening in your sleep. So I just see there's like this cleansing energy. You can always set a boundary before you go to sleep, you know, only my spirit team can help me, or something like that, if you're worried about something like that. But it just feels like there's a purification process that's occurring while you are asleep. I'm getting a lifetime of like Native American, like a Native American lifetime where it's just this indigenous way of clearing, of cleansing through white smoke. So that's coming in. But I can't see beyond that, and it feels like it's occurring in spirit, like on a spiritual plane, spirit realm, where it's like these like ancestors are coming in to help with this, but there's something about the white smoke is purifying, purification process through white smoke is what they're saying. I was like, oh, I don't think I was actually thinking this, but they answered it already. It was like the question and answer arrived at the same time, but it's not all the time that this is happening, and it's only like it's happened like a few times, and that's all that needs to be done. But I feel like for it to come up, it's just letting you in on this is what's going on, because you might be feeling different in the physical and in the 3D. In your reality, but you can't explain it, because it could be you're putting on a meditation but you fall asleep every time, so it's like it doesn't feel like you did anything or the work is being done, but it is. So there's also they just keep saying like spirit plane, so that's what's coming through, okay, or spirit realm. As well as the astral plane, so that's probably because you're asleep, but it's something about the spirit realm is coming through. It feels like almost like shamanic energy, but not. It's extremely pure. That's how it's coming through. Okay, so let me move away from that message, because I think it's delivered. I don't want to keep trying to decipher it. I feel like it was delivered. I just get that something like a reality shift is occurring for you. We're getting like you might feel like a different person. It's still you, but you feel different, like lighter, clearer, stiller. But I think you're used to putting in a lot of work and having that result, but you don't feel like you put in the work, so that result isn't there. So that's why the message is coming through. Okay, let's get into some tarot messages now. So with the Spiritsong Tarot. What other messages for today, Spirit, please, for those watching or listening? for Snooky to be up here. He must really like you. So it's, yeah, he usually is like, if you're working, I'm going to go somewhere else. So, got the Nine of Pentacles or crystals in this deck popping out. There's a few more cards, but I can't see what they are yet. The Nine of Pentacles or crystals in this deck talks about you building your own web of security. I'm hearing like I'm hearing like you are the matrix that you want to build. I don't really understand that. Again, it's not for me to decipher. So, Spirit being humbled here. Don't mean to interject. Yeah, it just okay. I feel like I'm like, does this reading make any sense? But I'm not going to judge it. I'm reminding myself, no reason to judge it. Always in a space of non-judgment, always delivering the messages through divine love. So anyway, bottom of the deck is Seven of Crystals or Seven of Pentacles. This is all around something you have been working on, whether you're aware of it or not. I feel like it could be, for most of you, it's like you're not aware of it. It's like your soul's been doing a lot of work on like the down low without you fully being aware, and it's kind of to bypass the ego. So it just feels like there's a lot of work behind the scenes going on, but you're just starting to notice it in your 3D. I don't know if this is like an agreement that you've had or your soul has had with your higher self to do things this way, because maybe the ego involvement has been particularly difficult or tricky to navigate. But with the Nine of Pentacles, again, it's at the very dead center of the reading. It's represented by the spider here. So it's really saying to me, like, you are creating your own web. So if you believe in like the matrix or the 3D matrix and all that, I'm not that familiar because it's just not interesting to me. That's just my honest, opinion about it. And it doesn't come across, it feels like something that you can buy into, but for me personally, I've just never felt interested in looking into that. I don't know, that's just me. But how it's coming through is, it feels like you're recognizing that you are the matrix that you wish to create. It's translating to like, you can make your own reality. Whatever you buy into, whatever you believe into, whatever feels right for you, you can create that. So with the spider image in the web, it's like you are creating that matrix, that web for yourself. I think in math too, like matrix is like a series of grids or something like that. But I feel like you're laying the groundwork for it, and it's like you're operating by the rules of your own system, and it's working. It's paying off for you, or it's playing out the way that you would like it to feel like. So it's coming through as a positive. It's a really good thing. I feel like it's like advanced, like advanced creatrix 101 is how, or 201, whatever, is how it's coming through. Got some clearing with that message. So I feel like you fully recognize and acknowledge that you are the creator or creatrix of your own reality, and that you can make life be whatever you want it to be. You're the one creating it for yourself because it's from your perspective. Okay. Ace of Cups. Yeah, so Ace of Shells in this deck. I feel like this has definitely been a process. You're somebody, how it's coming through is like you fully can attest to the slow and steady wins the race. If I'm just making one step towards progress every single day, one step of measurable progress every single day, you eventually will get somewhere. You will get to the end result that you are looking for, to what you want, and there's expansion with that because you are growing. And it's like somebody who other people aren't going to be able to do this. Not that we're comparing to other people, but it's just sometimes people get overwhelmed by like, oh, I'll never be able to save that much money. But you're taking it like, well, how much is the total amount we want to save? Okay, I'm here, let's get an angle of here. If I divide the total amount between that many weeks or months, I really just have to save this amount. That's not that bad. I can do that. And then you actually do it all the way to the end. You don't give up. and then you have that outcome, the desired outcome that you were looking for. So there's something about SMART goals is coming through. I just learned about this the other day, and it's very helpful. So it talks about like SMART. So SMART is, or S is specific goal. So we're specifying what the goal actually is. It's measurable. That's the M. So can we actually measure that we are making progress towards this goal? Is it accessible? That's the A. Is it accessible, and is it attainable? R is it retainable, I believe? I think that's what it was. I might be wrong, but is it retainable, meaning we can hold on to the success or the progress of this after it's achieved? And then, oh, and is it relevant? I think that's actually what it is, but retainable did just come forward. So, and is it relevant, meaning like, is the goal relevant to the overall picture that we are trying to create for ourselves? Does it fit in with what we actually want to create? And then T, it's time bound, so we're giving it a time amount. So in 30 days, in 6 weeks, in 8 months, I want to achieve this goal by. So and then you can make sure everything flows and works, you know, throughout all the other acronyms. So with the Ace of Cups here, I feel like there's happiness, it says happiness on the card. There's happiness, there's abundance, but you're the one putting yourself in a very loving energy to be able to receive that. So you're actually the one figuring out how to fill your own cup up first. But again, it's something like it's slow and steady. I'm not sure how long tortoises are able to swim underwater without taking a breath, but I'm getting you're just like a natural wizard at being able to maintain the resources that you have available to you. Whether it's financial, emotional, so it could be that you have experienced insecurity in these areas, so emotional insecurity, financial insecurity, food insecurity, something like that. So you're actually very well versed in how to make energetic resources stretch because you've had to in the past. So if you were someone that was like food insecure, you learned how to make the most out of meals with what you were able to have access to at that time. But that skill has translated into money, like you're a master budgeter if you had to, I'm hearing. And you're also somebody who, if you have felt isolated, you learned how to provide for yourself emotionally where others were not able to do so because maybe they lacked the capacity or it wasn't available for them to do that or even know how to do that for you. So I get out of necessity, you've had to learn and develop a lot of these skills, but it's made you masterful. Like it's made you figure out, okay, like I actually don't need much to create the reality or the beauty around me that I want. You're somebody who's just who can get by with little and what they have. It doesn't mean you're meant to do that your whole life though, but you definitely can appreciate things on a smaller scale. And I get this feeling because of that, it's just you see the inherent value and the love that actually surrounds us all and is in everything. So, and then we have the Page of Swords. I get that you're learning about something, and whatever you're working towards right now, this goal, it feels like it's you're not telling anyone. I'm getting like a keep it secret, keep it safe kind of an energy, like Gandalf says to Frodo when he hands, or Bilbo when he hands him the ring, or was it Frodo? I don't remember. But there's a ton of clarity coming in with that message. When you do that, you eliminate everyone else's input around you. So you know how sometimes when we tell someone our dream plans or what we're working on, or I just started seeing so-and-so, it's going really well. And then it's like you can feel like you kind of open up to their energy and their input because you invited it in by telling them about it. So naturally they're going to want to be like, oh, well, what's the person like? Or, oh, what's your project like? And then they naturally want to interject because sometimes they pick up on this is a really good thing. I want to be a part of it. But I get that you're feeling intuitively this is 100% for you. It doesn't matter what other people think. So you're honoring. It could be for the first time that you're honoring truly like how you feel about something. So I get that when times were tough in the past, you might have leaned on other people who didn't really get your story or situation, but it was like, well, what other choice do I have? And then you realized actually it's better to source that from myself because I know what I'm going through. I know what I've been through. So that's coming through again. So it could be that I'm getting you're out of this energy from the past, but it served you well and it taught you a lot of valuable, very valuable, great lessons. So as you're moving forward, I think you're going around again going, okay, I'm not going to look for certain resources or people to lean on because I've learned from the past I can value myself in that way. I know myself best. So I think for the first time you're actually not consulting with other people about how to move your life along or how to move your life forward. You're fully leaning on and trusting your own self as a source of support. So, and again, that doesn't mean that you're going to be alone in this forever or anything like that, but it brings in the right support because you're communicating with the universe, this is what I value. So it's like the right support will match. If you're feeling like you're going through like an isolating time or you've been going through an isolating time, I get to same thing, like it's to you it's better that way because you don't need fake or false support around you. You already know what that experience is like and it's not one that you want to repeat. So it's like you're calling in the actual avenues of support that are actually meant to help you and are going to help you in the future and for like a long time to come. Queen of Pentacles is comfort and prosperity, represented by the hedgehog here. So this is you. I'm here and sitting pretty. So it's literally like you're in a very, very good position, but it's because you honored yourself, you've honored your independence, but you didn't allow it to isolate you. There's a difference between isolation and solitude, but I just feel like you've mastered the skill of learning how to work alone and quietly so as not to be detected, you know what I mean, by other people. I'm hearing a lot of people who once were in your circle, they do a really good job of imagining what's going on in your life, but they have no idea because you're not telling them about it. And it just, I don't even think, there's just this powerful level and circle of protection around you as well. So that's coming in really strong, loud and clear with that you are protected and you're just focused. You're so focused on what you're creating and you're focused on yourself as the creator. You have also learned too that, you know, seek nothing outside of yourself. You know, you're doing it. So, hi, sweetheart. You're so cute. Okay. And then the last card is the Knight of Pentacles. So, a couple messages coming through with this one. Like we talked about earlier, I'm not sure where or when in the reading, but if somebody or something is coming back around, look around why you two separated in the first place. It's like a screw got loose or something got out of alignment, and it forced you both to focus on your own inner world that needed to be addressed before any kind of union or divine union can take place or happen. As wonderful as that sounds, I don't get that you're that concerned with it anymore because you had to let that go in order to focus on this and be successful and accomplished with this. So if there is some kind of reunion taking place, it's like you're both on way better ground to be able to do that, where it's going to be meaningful, impactful, and last long, rather than before where there was still some work to do. I'm seeing like the scaffolding wasn't secure to build upon yet, but now it is. I think I'm just getting this like the nervousness or whatever about meeting someone to talk about it, or the hesitancy is like, I put a lot of work into this. I'm not allowing anyone to thwart this, and you know, I'm very, very open to love and a loving relationship, but I want to make sure that, you know, this person isn't going to distract me from what's real for me anymore, you know. And I don't really know what's on the other side of that conversation, but it's one that you feel and you know intuitively for certain, like, okay, this is it. I'm getting the green light, or not right now. You know, the cookie still needs to be baked a little bit here. It's, you know, it's not ready to come out yet, and that's okay. The other thing I get too is that there's like finally a stable source or stream of income for you because you've laid the groundwork to set that up for yourself, specifically in the form of passive income, that it's just a stream that will continue to trickle in for you. So that's awesome. Congratulations on that. it could be an ebook, it could be a channel, like a YouTube channel, it could be a bunch, you know what it is. So I just saw a clothespin, like somebody's, something about a clothespin. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe even a new kind of a clothespin. I don't know. But it's very positive and it's long lasting and it gets you through everything. So there will never ever be a time that you will go without. So in the past, maybe you're remembering a time where you had to go without, again, due to those insecurities that popped up earlier. When I say insecurity, I'm not saying like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm insecure with myself. It's not that. It's literally like where something wasn't secure. So there was an insecurity around it. So if you didn't know where your food was going to come from, that's food insecurity. If emotional insecurity too, that could have been that you were outsourcing your good feelings to purchases, people, whatever, but they were never ever meant to last because you're always meant to find that security, stability within yourself, to provide for yourself. It's just ironic how when we learn to find the love within, we learn to have everything within, that's when the external stuff comes through where it's like, yeah, because we needed to make sure that we weren't going to be dependent on it, so it's able to last longer. And it's funny how that works out, but yeah, okay. I'm going to end the reading there. I trust that this reached and found whoever it needed to. It did feel a little specific, but I trust that's what the message was today, and that's how it came through. So sending you lots of love and hoping you're well. Until next time, stay well and take care.